Hello, I will be showing a FPGA demo that interacts with a VGA display. In the digital world, everything is dealt with in terms of signals, and they can be a result of combinational logic or sequential logic for the most part. And in here I have an example of a combinational logic circuit that basically has three input signals and it gives one output signal. Using hardware descripting language and a simulation software, I'm able to show the behavior of the circuit. For instance, when values at a specific time interval are all zero for its inputs and the output is zero. VGA belongs to the analog world because it was actually introduced when cathode ray tube monitors were being used on computers. So a VGA port will take five inputs, essentially the blue, green, and red that can essentially be interpreted as a voltage value, and that will determine a color intensity. And the V sync and the H syncs, which basically tells the monitor when a new row stops or starts, I'm sorry, and where the the frame stops and needs to start over again. Okay, so the controller that I have designed essentially takes four inputs and it gives five outputs, I'm sorry. And then for the inputs, I have a reset and clock input and two buttons. Then the outputs are the horizontal and vertical sync, and then the RGB values. Um, for the VGA port to take the RGB values, it will have to go through an ADC conversion, but the device that I'm using already has that implemented. So the five sub-modules within the top module are clock sync, button handler, sequential game logic, VGA controller, and the pixel draw. So the clock sync essentially will take the 100 megahertz system clock and it will turn it into a VGA clock speed. And for the button handler, it will take the button signals and based on their behavior will give pulses to the sequential game logic, which at the same time would provide the player x and y coordinates and the enemy offset to the pixel draw. And the VGA controller, it just has one function that essentially will just give a H count and a V count and a video on command to the pixel draw. And this basically tells when the pixel draw has to be drawing or not. Um, a known drawing mode basically is just black, which is like 0000 values. And yeah, so this works pretty well. So I'll be showing how this controller behaves. What the screen will show is an arcade style um, game essentially. So I'm controlling the red box with the buttons going left and right. In the top it's just displaying the idle enemies as the green boxes. Um, I do not have a mechanism to do like a little shooting game yet for demonstration in this. It was a very fun project.